turn your life all around. Am I talking to somebody? And guess what? His ear is not heavy that he can't hear your prayer. And I know we get upset sometimes when God don't really move the way we want him to move. Am I talking to somebody? But that don't mean you ought to stop praying. That don't mean you need to quit praying about it. Because I realize God don't come when you want him to come. Oh, y'all gonna mess me up in here. But I found out that he always on time. He may not come when you want him. He's always all time. We are here because of the prayers of the righteous. We hear of the prayers of our forefathers who prayed that you will be in this nice edifice, who prayed that we'll be able to have church the way we really want to have church, with no strings attached, with no rules and guidelines. You free to praise him tonight. Ain't no chains holding you tonight. You free to give him praise. When I think about how good God is and all that he's done for me, so cries out, hallelujah. Can I talk to you tonight? Now, what's the difference of a separation? Can I clarify a little something for you? When a couple is going through something and you struggling and you have to get a separation, do your best not to let it go past 30 days. Because after 30 days, somebody ought to be missing somebody. I wish I had some time to teach this thing. Somebody ought to be looking for somebody. If there's love in the relationship, oh, help me somebody. I can sing so many songs about love will keep us together. I might need to get Brittany to help me with that. Help me somebody. You got to understand that when there is love, and I wish I had, and you know sure enough God loves us. As many times as we mess up, as many times as we don't do everything right, but you cannot declare that his love is everlasting, that his love goes to the uttermost, to the guttermost. No matter the separation, in the midnight he loves me. Early in the morning he loves me. No matter how bad you messed up yesterday, he still loves you. Even in the separation, in the midst of it, he still loved his people. Look here, 30 days, you start talking about 6 months, 9 months, all of a sudden, they done adjusted. Y'all ain't talking to me. He gone, but I'm sitting in this chair now. Talk back to me here. And that's why it's dangerous to walk away from the church and be gone that long. That's why it's dangerous to get mad at the church and you get mad at somebody in the church. Who is that really about anyway? I don't even know why we get mad, Pastor Butler, and folk in the church. They didn't wake you up. I mean, let me tell you something. If you get mad at somebody in the church, I can see if they paying your light bill. They paying that $200 cable bill. Then somebody gonna go to hell for that at least one day. You can't walk around the be that high. You can't watch that much TV no way. Hey, help me out, CJ. Every time I think about that, I said somebody gonna spend at least one day in hell for that. Talk back to me here. But listen, if you let some folk move you to that level and make you leave church. Can I shock you? They just become your God. If you let them elevate and get that much power over you to make you leave God's place of blessing, you ain't talking back to me here. Then they have just become your God. Let me tell you about the devil. He ain't got no power. He only got the power you give him. He ain't got no power. And there is nothing like temptation. I know we all get tempted, but if you're in the right place, hanging with the right people, there is no temptation. Temptation only comes when you're in the wrong place and you with the wrong person. I wish I had some help right there. That separation will mess you up. Because the more you get away from God, the more adjusted you get. That church ain't important to you no more. When you was in here every Sunday, Pastor Butler can see the seat you used to sit at. All of a sudden, you ain't in that seat no more. Now you just drifting further and further away. And let me tell you something. Let me tell you what the devil doing. The devil saying, oh, I got you now. Oh, help me somebody. Let me take it back where I started. Where you started with me. Ain't it good? Won't the devil do you like that? But I say the devil is a lie. I want to be where the Lord is. Help me somebody. I want to be where the Lord started at. And Jesus said, I'll build my church. And the gates of hell will not be able to prevail against it. The world gonna fade away, but the church is gonna last forever. Even when we ain't down here, we gonna have church on the other side, and all we gonna do is say glory. Hallelujah. I told the church last week, you ain't got to come to church to have church. You can have church wherever you at. You can have church in the shower. You can have church on your job. Because there's something about the goodness of the Lord. When it gets down in your bones, Jeremiah says, it's like fire. I don't want to serve a God I can't feel. Am I talking to somebody? Every now and then, I was messing with my male choir. It's good to see men sing. I'm gonna send the brothers of St. Philip. I'm gonna send y'all a bill. Y'all tore up our carpet down there. Send y'all a bill. But it's good to see men sing. And I was messing with some of them on Saturday. I was watching T-Baby and that show. Talk back to me. Every now and then, Deacon Middleton get happy, and he throw his coat back. Oh, I wish I knew I'm talking to somebody. And I know they don't mind, because I know they be imitating me too. Talk back to me. Deacon Elam get louder when he said, talk back. Because when you think about the Lord, I wish I had some witnesses in here. If we really wanted a revival, how can the Lord tell? If we really wanted a revival, we ought to magnify him. We ought to let him know, I need a revival. But don't worry about somebody else. I need my own revival. I want the revival to start with me. It ain't my mama, it ain't my sister, but it's me, oh Lord. I'm standing in the need. Well, I'm not gonna let my separation steal from you. Because my separation, Brother Chad, it'll steal from you. You don't look like you're happy. Oh, I wish I was talking. Isaiah said your tongue speak lies. You tell folk you're all right, but deep down you ain't all right. I'm talking to somebody. See, that's what a separation will do. It'll steal from you. But I'm glad that I want to stay close to it. Talk back to me. I'm glad that I want to stay close to my Lord. Because when I stay close to him, he shields out blessings to me. When I ain't looking for the blessing, he gives it to me over. The old folks said, trouble don't last always. As I close now, I feel pretty good right now. As I close, I want you to hear me. Hear this statement. If you believe it, you don't have it until you act on it. Do I need to say that again? True faith is because when you hear it, you better believe it. If you believe it, you act on it. When you act on it, you become it. Talk back. If you didn't feel good when you came in, and I done told you how good the Lord is, if you believe that, you can become that. And when you become that, you will realize that your issue is not really that big. God can fix a child because he fixed you. Oh, heavens, we talk about these children now, but let me tell you something, it ain't really their fault. They doing what comes natural. Because you did what came natural. And just because they sin is different from yours, sin ain't nothing but sin. And the same process we went through is the same process they got to go through. Because at the end of the day, your iniquity will show up after a while. The old folks say, whatever you do in the dark, eventually it's going to come to the light. The old folks say, what goes around comes around. And you know what? I thought about something that it made me write this statement down to tell you tonight. Stop trying to change people who don't want to change. They still in the oven. But until the oven say ding, they ain't done yet. Stop giving chances to people who don't trust your forgiveness. I got another for you. I don't know why the Lord gave it. Stop walking back to places where your heart was broke. Because what's going to happen, the same thing that happened then is going to happen again. And I'm going to my seat. Number one, focus. When you separate it and there is no connection, you feel no connection with God, it's because your focus is off. You're looking at too much stuff and it don't line up with the Lord. And let me tell you something. I'm going to tell you something. I'm going to tell you what will really get you in trouble. When you all out of balance. Man, when you out of balance, I'm learning something now that I got a whole different respect for women now than I had before. Because I'm realizing now that I think Fred Sanford was right. I think he had, that prophet Fred had some theological sense. When Lamont asked him, he said, Pop, what's wrong? He said, I think I got menopause. I know I got some Fred Sanford folk up in here. And he said, women get that. He said, I call it off a woman. Because Fred say, my mind ain't right. Oh, you know me ain't go through stuff. You know we go through stuff. We ain't got that pep up and get it up go like we used to have. And sometimes we used to go all day. Now it take us all day to go. You ain't got that what you used to have. And so we need focus. We need to quit worrying about what's the government doing. They gonna get they do. You go, look, I don't care what high position you got. The higher you are, the harder you fall. That stuff, don't let that, why you letting that stuff bother you? Get back in your word and get reconnected back with God, because nobody gets away with nothing. Jesus said the government is on my shoulder. We worrying about too much stuff. We need to be concerned in Isaiah. We need to be concerned about our house. What's happening in our houses? And that's what he was trying to get the men to understand. Because of your iniquity, it separated me from you. And then you got to stay fixed. Oh, stay fixed. One thing about the old school, they were fixed. They did what they did in the communities. Everybody didn't go lacking. It's amazing to me how high groceries is. You can't go talking about, I'm going to run and hit the Kroger and I'm going to get about a couple of gallons of milk and some cereal and some eggs. And they say, well, how much you got? $20. Oh, you ain't going in there. You need to go to Dollar General. But you ain't going in there. But what I like about the old school, didn't take a whole lot of money to make a whole lot of meals. We got all this technology, we got all this sense, but they did stuff out of their heart. They was wise enough to know it don't take a whole lot of money, especially if you're making it from scratch. Jesus. I wish I had some milk right there. I got hungry thinking about a biscuit just to... Amen. But now we pulling our hair out, trying to figure out how we're going to make it. But you know how you're going to make it? Stay fixed. You know how you're going to graduate? Stay fixed. Stay focused. But then you better stay faithful. Because I don't care where you're at, in whatever separation you in whatever captivity you in, I know somebody that when you call him, even if you got yourself in trouble, if you call him, talk back to me. Paul got in the jailhouse. I wish I had some time. Paul was in there and Silas was in there. They was about to kill them. But Paul called a prayer meeting. Help me somebody. And when they got ready to do something to him, Paul says, I know somebody. Help me somebody. Elvis Presley didn't come out with Jailhouse Rock. God came up with Jailhouse Rock. The Bible said when they prayed, God shook the jail, shook the chains loose, and they was able to walk out free men. I'm glad that whatever captivity I'm in, all I got to do is call on Jesus. Your separation is stealing from you. Trust him. He will set you free. Your iniquity, all of us got it. But the last time I read the script, if you confess your faults, he's faithful, just to forgive you. Your separation is stealing from you. Give God some praise. I say give God some praise. Let the devil know. No more chains. No more emotional up and down. I've been set free tonight because I would not let my separation steal my praise, steal my joy, steal how good I feel in the midst of my own captivity. I'm set free tonight because thus saith the Lord. I don't know where you're at tonight. I don't know what you're going through. But I'm here to declare and make a statement to you. And the old folks say, hold on to God's unchanging hand. He'll get you through any captivity, any down spirit. He knows how to lift you up. But we extend an invitation to you tonight. You've been coming